Welcome back to my workshop. Now this is the second in the gnome build series. In today's video I'm going to show you how I'm going to turn this lot into a little gnome that loves a bouncy tiger. Now I can't tell you which one it is because of copyright. If you want to know how I made the body, this bit, check out this video and it basically shows you how I did the wood turning for the body and the hat. But this one's a bit different. Okay, let's show you how I'm going to put this together. Right, okay, so for this build, I've turned myself a body already. Now this is about 100mm tall. And as I say, if you check out the previous video for the tea light holder, I showed you how I quickly turn this down. It's nothing too complicated. Right, but for this one, now the person likes the bouncing tiger. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the body. The hat is going to be just basically like this, like a little bobble hat. Okay, but for a bobble hat, you obviously need a bobble. Now all I'm going to do for this one is I've made this little pom-pom. I'll quickly show you how to make those. It takes seconds. Okay, so that's going to sit on top of this fella. Okay, then I've got two arms and a nose. These are made out of oak. And if you want to know how I turn those, check out this video here. I showed you how I turn those to get consistent balls. Then I've made this, which is a little bit of a wooden flag. And the idea is I'm going to actually use my pyrography pen and I'm going to make a little design on here. Now this fits inside this, which is just basically a kebab skewer. So we've got a little flag. They're going to be holding a flag. A couple of dowels. This is what I've salvaged from a different project. Now these obviously go into the hands to hold it onto the body. And a spring. I'm going to somehow try and get this into this. Right, first thing to do, get rid of all that, that and that. I want to put 3 holes in these fellas to put these dowels in. Okay, 8mm dowels. I need to drill an 8mm hole in each one of these. Okay, so that's my 2 hands and my nose, all now with a little hole in it. Okay, this is the same as the process I used before. So each one of these should now fit my little dowels like this. So I've ended up with 3 little lollipop looking things. Okay, right, they have got to go onto here. Let's figure out how. Right, it's a bit of a shame on the body of this one, we've got this nasty little knot. But if I have this at the front, then the whole thing's going to be covered in a beard. Okay, so first of all, we've got to decide where the nose is going to go. Now the easiest way is obviously stick on the hat, wherever the hat's going to go. And then put the nose just on the rim of the hat. Okay, so like this. Oh, it actually looks like a mouth, but that's not the mouth. Right, so all we've got to do is put a little tiny mark where we think the nose is going to go. Beep, right there. Okay, and then drill another 8mm hole to take one of our dowels. Okay, let's do that. Hole. Nose. Hello. Okay, so we've got the nose in place here. Now what we need is, that's obviously going to sit something like that. What we need now is the other 2 hands. We want them round the side because they're going to be holding this flag. Okay, so it doesn't really matter where they go, but just somewhere so it looks like it looks about right. No, we just have them round about in the middle somewhere. Okay, and again, just make a little mark with a Sharpie. Probably about there. And then the other one, I reckon about there. Okay, this is not super critical. Okay, dot that side, dot that side. Right, let's drill another couple of holes. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to stick on the nose and the other arm. Literally put a bit of Starbond, which is this stuff. Excellent CA glue. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to buy some. You put some of that on, a little bit of accelerator on the dowel, stick it in the hole, wait for just a couple of seconds, and then that's solid. And then same again on the dowel, a little bit of accelerator in the hole, shove it in the hole, hold it for a few seconds, okay, and that's stuck. Right, one more arm to go and then we're done with that. Right, so on the hat we want one of these little pompons here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make it, and what you need is one of these little fellas. You can do it with cardboard, but we've got one of these, so I'm going to use this. It's a little pom-pom maker. Okay, it comes in all little fiddly bits. But basically what you do is you wrap your wool around here. Let me show you exactly what I do. So you get your wool, get you the end of your wool. Okay, and you get these two together like this. And you literally just wrap it around. It's difficult to get going, but once you get going, you're away. Hold on, like this. Okay, and you do that for both of these. Let's trim this off. Okay, so once you've got both of these wound up like this, you then interlock them together. Oh, without it all coming undone. Interlock these together like this. Okay, then you get a small pair of scissors. I've got a small pair of scissors. And then you cut all around the outside. Okay, like this. So cut, 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 cut. Around the other one. Cut, cut. Oh, yeah. Okay, then you take another bit of the same colour wool. You wrap it around the middle. Now this is going to tie it all together. Okay, and then tie that as tight as you can. Do a couple of knots. 1, 2. And then all you do is you pop off the plastic bits without pulling it all apart. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you end up with a bit of a pom-pom. Okay, and then from there you can trim it off any straggly bits to make it look nice and tidy. Okay, and then your 2 bits of string can actually go through, and there's your pom-pom. Excellent. Better than this one. Okay, there's a couple of things I want to do now. I want this hat to be a little bit springy. Okay, so I've got a little spring here, like this. It's quite a light spring. So what I'm going to do is drill a small hole in here, and a small hole in the top of the head, and put those in so this hat's a bit springy. Okay, that's the plan. But then also put a smaller hole through the top, so I can thread my pom-pom through. Okay, so let's drill a hole here and in here, and see what happens. Okay, so I've drilled a hole in the top of his head. Obviously drilled it in the wrong place first because I'm an idiot. It had to go back a little bit further, otherwise the hat hit the nose. Now I've got my spring in here. So in theory, I should be able to wind this in here. Okay, so we end up with a little wobbly hat. Okay, let's put the pom-pom on. Right, now I need the base before I can go any further. I've got this little piece of oak here. I'm going to chop off about 100 ml of this. Hopefully that'll be sturdy enough base for it to wobble about. Okay, let's chop this off. Okay, just got to sand that and then profile the edges and then put a spring in it. Right, so what we need now is we need this little fella to be holding this flag. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've made a little tiny mark here in one of its hands. Now this is 3mm wide. Okay, just over 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 3mm drill. Yeah, and drill a vertical hole through here for this flag to slot into. Okay, let's see if I can get this straight. Okay, looks straightish. That'll do nicely. Right, okay, so for this one, I'm going to use this very ginger beard. We all know that lady gnomes also have beards, but there you go. I'm going to use my template, which I made for the shooting gnome in the last video. I've literally put that over there, drawn around it. Again, cutting from the back side, don't cut from this side, cut from the back side. And then hopefully we should end up with a gnome's beard. Quickly cut this. Right, well, so that's it. Here's the second of the gnome series is done. This one has got a little spring to it. Okay, it's got my little logo on the bottom, as usual. Nice bit of oak on the bottom. Bubble on the top. His hat does wobble as well. Yeah, overall, quite like that. It's quite good. Okay, it's a bit ginger, but I hope you like it. Okay, right, so now I better start on the third in the series, and I'll bring you there as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.